Pâté de Campagne is a country-style pâté. Every village, every butcher or every region will have its own specialty. It could be pure pork, 100% pork, but it can also be made with pork and another meat, such as duck, wild pig, veal, partridge, and so on. To make our Pâté de Campagne, you will need Madeira or port wine, cognac or brandy, shallots, garlic, truffle, 5 spices, salt and freshly ground peppercorns, parsley, bay leaves, tarragon, fresh thyme, carrot, onion, bacon. Pork, you may use pork throat, belly or shoulder. A duck, debone, the skin of the duck and chicken livers. In a large bowl, place the truffles, the half garlic without the germs, the spices, the shallots that I'm going to cut into 4 pieces, the port and the cognac, the bay leaves, rosemary and thyme, then cut the onion into 8 large quarters, add it to the bowl, cut the carrot into 8 long sticks. Tomorrow we will grind everything, so you want to be able to pass it through the machine. Add the parsley with the stem, break it into pieces. There we go. Then add the chicken livers. Cut the meat into cubes. So the meat could have a little bit more fat, it's okay. Or this is pork shoulder, but like I said earlier, you may use pork belly or pork throat. Now for the duck, we're going to separate the meat from the bones and from the skin. Take a leg. The bone will be like this, so we're going to cut along the bone here on each side. You can see it now. Pass the blade underneath, then follow, and push the meat away from the bone. Then cut through the joint and remove the bone. Same thing for the drumstick. Push the meat away from the bone. Good. Remove the cartilage from the leg. So here there's a kind of piece of bone. It's cartilage. You have to cut it off because this is hard. It's like a bone. My meat, being pork shoulder, is not very fatty. It's not very rich in fat. So I'm going to add the skin of the legs and the skin from the breast into my pâté, because the fat will bring a little bit of softness to the dish. It will make the pâté less dry. So cut the leg that's been deboned lengthwise. Let's prepare the other one. Remove the nerve from the tenderloin. There you go. And here you have a little bit of silver skin. Pick it up. Great. Separate the fat from the loin. So don't cut the breast into cubes because you may leave it as a whole piece into the terrine, thus we can see a piece of the duck. Then debone the rest of the meat. This is the liver from the duck, so we're going to use it also to finish the bacon. Then mix well. I like to put my hands on my best spatulas. Cover the meat with plastic food wrap, pretty tight. Keep the meat refrigerated for 1 day, tossing the food once in a while to combine all the flavors. And tomorrow we will cook the pâté. The meat has been marinating overnight, so now it's time to process it. We're going to grind it through the meat grinder. So remove the thyme and rosemary, and when you find the bay leaves, also remove them and grind everything. So all the meat and the vegetables, the onions, shallots, garlic, everything will go to the meat grinder. Reserve one of the duck breasts cut in half, so you will need 2 pieces to have a nice loin. There we go. So you don't want to grind those pieces. Plus the juices too, everything goes in. There we go. Great. Season the pâté with salt, about a teaspoon, and a good half teaspoon of pepper. And I'm going to add a little bit of spices. So the 5 spice, half teaspoon extra. Then mix well. And get a spoon. No, I'm not going to eat it like that. Make it flat on a plate and cook it in the microwave. I cooked the meat because I don't want to taste or eat raw pork, and I want to taste the seasoning of our pâté. And that's the best way to do it. So when it's cooked, get a spoon, Very nice. Really moist too. So we're going to line the terrine with the skin from the duck and the extra or leftover slice of bacon, okay, that we kept. So put your skin down in a plate. That was the skin from the neck. Nice piece. Look at that. Very nice. Okay. So then place the skin side down into the terrine. We're going to put the slice of bacon too. Why are we doing this? For several reasons. First of all, it will feed the meat. It will bring moisture to it. It will prevent the meat from attaching to the terrine, and by having fat around the pâté will help to preserve the pâté. Remember, this pâté is called Pâté de Campagne, which is country-style pâté. So they were using everything they could to use it in the food and also to preserve the food. So now we're going to continue. Then fill the terrine. Place a layer of meat into the terrine, then add half of the duck breast in it. There we go. Then cover with more meat. Add the bacon, if you didn't use it before. Add the bay leaves. There you go. And why not a little bit of fresh thyme, a nice sprig of thyme into the meat. Cover with the lid. Add boiling water to the bain-marie. Place in the oven. Slowly. This is heavy. Bake the pâté for about a good hour at 400 degrees Fahrenheit or until the internal temperature reaches 175 degrees Fahrenheit on the meat thermometer. The pâté has been cooking for about an hour and a half, so let's check the temperature. Cut a piece of cardboard the size of the top of the terrine, wrap it in aluminum foil, then place it over the pâté, and use some canned food as a weight to press down the meat. Keep the pâté at room temperature for about an hour, then refrigerate the pâté overnight with the weights over. Our pâté has been in the fridge overnight with its weights on, so now let's slice it. I can already tell you it smells wonderful. With a spoon, pick up the fat at the front here. Then pass a paring knife around, cut. You can keep this if you want and serve it. It's delicious, or you could discard it. It's really up to you. Garnish the plate with a little bit of green salad. and cut a thick slice of pate. Pick it up. There you go. Clean it a bit. Place it over the salad. You can see the duck breast in the center of the pate. Garnish with a few mushrooms marinated, pearl onions, and gherkins. I don't cut the gherkins because they're very tiny. Smells wonderful. All the flavor of the country style, of the campagne. Bon appétit and enjoy this great pate.